Okay, let's see how it's going this to work. Sorry for my bad English, but I'm just not used to record myself while talking in English. So just to say for this now. So let's make a year. Let's make a year. First, what we need to do is, of course, get some references. Yeah, year. If I could spell that right, that would be great. Year anatomy. It doesn't really matter what the reference is as long as it's useful to you. For example, sometimes some photorealistic drawings of an ear is way better than the actual ear itself. Like this shows me some great stuff. I'm gonna save it on my desktops or wherever here to know how to find it on. I have my favorite folder. Oh, this is one. No, this is not my favorite folder. And now let's go back into Blender. I'm gonna make a window here. Go to the UV image editor and open it. Aqua. Yeah, I have one reference here over near here. Anyway, okay, so here's my reference, and it's really big. The image is quite big and detailed. I like it. And I'm going to sculpt an ear using your your dummy, because why not? Desktop downloads dummy, object dummy. Okay, so I have here my dummy. Because I'm going to sculpt on only the ears, I will first thing I like to work in quads. I'm going to select maybe this face loop and delete faces. If I could delete all the faces that I want, it would be great. Let's see. X, delete faces, L, delete vertices, and this is good. This is great. We're doing great, guys. We're doing great. I, I could fill this up, but it won't really matter. Like here, or maybe grid fill, depends on what you want, and some smoothing. Yeah, this looks good. Anyway, it won't really matter that much. So I have here the ear. Well, I'm going to go into scan mode now. I'm going to use a matte cap, because you should never work without a matte cap. Sometimes I like this one, but this looks weird. Or this looks interesting, but this is the basic matte cap, and the ambient occlusion. This helps me sometimes a lot. First things first, I'm going to have some fun with the face, because I don't like this face. Sorry, Neo, but your face is not my type of face. Enable dynamic topology. No shading. Nah, like to work like this for a while. Constant detail. Let's see what detail. And I'm going to go into object properties, draw all edges, wire, and I want to see how dense this detail scale is. Could be better. I'm going to F gray strips. I don't need this. I don't need this. I need to add this and this. I don't really need this. I need all the space that I can get. Also, it's good to work in perspective mode. Why? Okay. I like I like to change the focus a lot when I work. So I'm just going to try to sculpt a bit the face because I don't like this. I don't know if you have a graphics tablet with a pen and things like that. So I'm not going to work with this because that wouldn't be fair to you. Okay, here symmetry is on, that's good. Let's see what more can we do. I want to scale this a bit larger. So first things first, I'm going to set the origin to the head, Alt G, and the head is really small, so I'm just going to scale like by 8. You don't have to do this, but it's easier for me. Also, this grid floor is annoying, like annoying a lot. Annoying a lot. Code mode. Let's see. Enable dynamic topology. Also apply the scale against code mode. And now this is really detailed. Too detailed. This is too big. Let's see 6. Still too big. Let's see 3. 3. How do you say it? This is better. If I press 3 on the numpad, it just jumps through the play steps. I like to work using shortcuts, not work like this because this is a pain in the ass for me. F. And now let's see. I'm going to add some geometry here because it's weird. Okay. Okay, so we have smoothed our head by a lot. We don't need, when you work with ZBrush, you get so used to the navigation in there that you don't really remember how to work in Blender again, and you have to get used to it again. It's really weird. Also, the dynamic topology in ZBrush works a lot differently from the ones in Blender. Like in ZBrush, when you go, you have like this. Here you have some kind of a resolution that you choose, and the bigger the resolution, the more detail you get. And with that, with the bigger resolution, the more detail you get. Also, ZBrush, she likes to work mostly in quads. So here in Blender we have only triangles, but in ZBrush likes to work in mostly in quads. So when you work with dynamic topology, it will turn your geometry mostly into quads and some triangles here and there, but that's no problem. Also, it looks better. So we have here the basic head. I'm going to turn off, like give this guy here some expression, some life into it. Like for example, I go to grab mode and a very low strength, so the changes will be very small. The head shape is actually quite interesting for me. Sometimes you get people that have maybe they look something like this from the side view. They don't have this kind of thing. They have something more like this. And now I want to delete this because okay. So I like to go sometimes this way, at least for the beginning, and then I'll put some meat onto it. Also, I'll do in ZBrush. I like to hide the mesh to see more on the part that I want to work on. So here in Blender I can do this by pressing Alt and B and just drag a box like this, and voila, you see better. Now the head shape has an interesting curve around here. It looks like this, maybe. Now how do I like your shape is something like this, but um, but there is a small change that you can make, and it can make your mother look better. Like make something like this here, a bit like this, and here like this, a bit out. And I'm going to go again, trace tips, add some meat here. Also, and this I like to work like this in Blender. Here I'm preparing some space for the mouse. and like I'm going to play a bit with the nose. Always don't go too much into details too soon. Like if you don't have enough geometry to add details, don't go and just add them, and then you find out that you have too much geometry and you have you didn't figure out how to get the font, the shape right, and you already have details to the pose level, and that's just ugly. How do I want this to look? I like grab, let's see. I'm going to exaggerate a bit here the fonts. I like to exaggerate a lot at this point and then just smooth it over. Like I work really hardcore at this point, making some rough decisions, and then regret my life and smooth over all the details that I made. Like here, I'm going to add a mouth, and I'm going to do this. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this because it plays tips. Like the mouse, for me, the mouse, I like to do this like this. And for the at this point, this maybe as detailed as it's gonna get. Uh, and Shift C is going to give me this brush and just do something like this. I have this, and this is my mouse shape. As you can see, this already looks like a mouse, and that's good. Even if we do this detail size, I can make a decent looking mouse and a bit too much. Do like this, and if you don't have a graphic tablet, this is a bit harder because when you have a graphic tablet, you can like change the size of the pen pressure or change the strength of the pen pressure. Then that helps you a lot. It gives you save you big time, save you a lot of time. Interesting fact. Interesting fact here. Here we have this mouse shape like this, and here in this area we have a bump like this, something like this, but not this, something like this. Also I want to make the list, but I don't have enough details. I don't have enough details, so I'm not gonna just go and add some details because that will be useless. From far away you can see that this is a mouth and it looks gorgeous. This is as good as you're gonna get. Also we have something like this here, like the the muscles, they flow like this and then go like this, and for some people this is, you can see that very loud and clear, and for some people you can see that, but is there. Why all my characters look like a bit old? I don't know. Now I'm going to make some holes for the eyes, and I'm going to take the inflate brush and just make a hole, a big hole like this here, and just move it over. Okay, now that I have this hole here, I can go a bit with my clay strips brush. By the way, I quite like this model. It gives me a pretty decent start. You should model some years onto it to give me an even better start, but it doesn't really matter. I usually like to start with just a sphere, like to start from scratch, as they say. Also, also the human face has here this kind of shape that you see. Okay, this without the eyes looks a bit creepy. So I'm just gonna go and add UV sphere, maybe 5, and go to orthographic view for a second. Alt G. I'm going to rotate by 90 degrees, and what do we have here? I'm going to go into edit mode for a bit, and let's say like this, maybe shift S, shift S, cursor to selected, and I'm going to go into to set the pivot pointer to the cursor. So I can select, so I want to select these. Let's go like this. So I have these selected, and I'm going to scale them by y minus 1, and now I have a knife. Control 1, it's gonna cut subdivision modifier at subset, and I'm going to place the eye where it needs to be. Also move this to the median point again. I'm not really going to explain how to place the eye because it's in the book that I sent it you on your Dropbox. Also looks like my eye like this is too big, so I'm just gonna deselect this and go manual -1 width on the contact here. That's better. Okay, so I'm going to add a mirror modifier and I'm going to mirror the object so I don't have to worry about the origin point. And this moment this looks not good. The eyes don't look good at all. They are creeping me out. But we'll see that we'll change that immediately. Enable dynamic topology and perspective mode. First that I'm going to do is draw like an eye shape form with with dispersion quite high. Okay, so we have a good start here. Now I'm going to go into my grab brush and give it some shape. Also it's useful if you use mask. So I'm going to set M uh, full full strength and just select the eye like this, or maybe deselect this and press Ctrl I, and now grab brush again. Also you should use references for this, but I'm not going to because you know what, I should use references, but why I don't use references. This is just a bit of me. Ctrl I, Ctrl Alt M to clear, no, Alt M to clear the mask. And we have here on the eyes we have something like this. I should learn some names because they are useful to know, you know. So maybe like this. In the crease brush, if I go control with control, it will be inverted. but this detail size, it's not going to matter that much. Again, with the case tips, add some details here, and we have what we have here. We have some eyes. They are not that great, but they will be. At least I hope so. This brush, not too much. Add this here, like this. Now, also the eyelids should be more like the eye shape, so I'm going to change this a bit. Okay, this looks good. And we have some eyes. We have a mouth, we have a nose, and I like to make the nose like this because nothing is perfect. Life isn't perfect. Also, if you are a male, then you're gonna have the female. The female with the eyebrows they usually go like this. They are pretty smooth, but with males they are more the outside. Like you see that more. Okay, this is way too much, way too much. Also, this guy looks a bit sad now, so I'm gonna to change this a bit. You sh Also, you should learn to love masks because they are so goddamn useful. Now this looks quite realistic, don't you think? Now let's go and make some ears. Why don't we make some ears? The way I make ears usually in ZBrush, I go like this. So this is, let's move this. Move, you know what I mean. This is annoying. This is really annoying. Okay, this is better. Now I'm going to make the ears. First things first, I'm going to mask out the place that I'm going to make the ears, but I'm not going to mask the full form that one ear has but instead I'm going to mask out the portion that is actually on the head. I don't know how to explain it. I'm I'm, I'm so bad at explaining things in English. Let's see, where do I want my head to be? Like a bit more here, and I go something small like this. Go to use the grab brush and just full force and big, just like we extrude we extrude this out, and now I'm going to pull this side should be like this, but this side should be more more towards the head, so will be like this, and we'll have this angle. So I'm going to decrease my strength. No, just leave it and decrease my size and go like this. Now go to my place this alt and to see what I did, and now I think it's a good time. I'm going to flat this out a bit. Now I think it's a good time to increase the resolution. So I have here 3.34. I'm going to use 2. Let's see how this works. Wow. Ah, not that bad. So I'm going to use 2. The idea is such a complex shape, so you need so the head and the eyes, also the mouth a bit, are such complex shapes, so you're gonna need all the details that you can get. Now I'm going to isolate only this, so I have this shape. Sorry for a second. And let's see. I'm going to go to mask mode and just mask this area out like this, and a bit of this. Control I, and we have this now. I'm going to go to my snake hook brush, and now I'm going to make the actual ear. So the ear, usually the ear goes like this. So let's see. We have this. Here it goes depending on the person. Like, let's see. Oh, oh no. Oh no, this is bad. This is bad. Sorry. Looks like I forgot to mirror this. This is odd. This should be mirrored. Oval symmetrize. No. Then reverse. and symmetrize. Okay, now it's all good. So let's make the ear shape. It also helps if you play a bit with the curve, like this could be better, or maybe something like this. Yeah, this works better for me now. Is this here too big? I don't think so, but we could add some meat onto it now that we have it. Like I'm going through the inflate brush and just go over these places. I'd aim to see what we have, and this looks promising. Decrease my strength because this is too much now. And interesting fact, this part here is actually the one that shows in front, so I'm going to make this one, this part here, and it goes a bit like this. So I'm going to go really strong here, goes like this, and it just goes like this. This is something that is important. After this you have this shape is like a Y. This is like a Y shape. So I'm just going to go like this. It doesn't have to look perfect now. This here, this goes all around here. So it's like this. This goes like this, and here and here it goes inside. So I'm going to go inside to make the ear hole. Smooth this over, smooth it out. Now we're making the ear hole. Oh my god, my English is so bad. Sorry for that. But I think you can understand what I mean, right? Please say yes. Okay, this is odd. Okay, okay. Let's see like this. Okay, I like how this looks, but I don't really like this thing, this here. So I'm going to grab it. Also, most of the time, this part here is actually connected to the head. Some people have this and some people don't. So it's a matter of preferences at the moment. And this here gives me some odd I don't like how this looks at the moment. Oh, this is why. Okay, okay. So actually what happens here is that the model, the faces are so near to each other that when I affect this one behind it is affected as well. So in this situation I'm just going to select check this front faces only, and now if I do this I will affect only these faces here and smooth that out, and now when I go here I affect only these faces. So this was the problem. So yeah, this is how I make ears. Like this is the default ear that I usually make. And now I'm going to work again on this side. Usually ears have this place here that is just like this, and then this goes like this. This goes just like this, and here is like that. Now, on most people, this goes. This is connected like this, with like this, and you have this place here, and then you have more flesh here. So I'm gonna mask this out. Control I, over the mask, grab this, and then Alt V, Alt V, Alt M. I mean, and I just grab this like this, also the angle here looks a bit off, like, so I'm going to change this a bit. Hmm, this is good enough. Let's go follow my geometry. It's not that detailed. Now I'm going to just add some details here. So select the stand on 0, just go over the face, just like this. Okay, this is good enough. And since that now we have a lot of detail here, we can just go and smooth this out. And now we'll go over this again. Let's see. At this point, I don't want to add many details, so I'm just disable the dynamic topology for the moment. And I'm gonna work on the eyes. So the eyes, I go to my crease brush and I'm going to exaggerate this a bit here. Also, I'm going to make this crease here, and here we have some fat, so I'm going to add this with my clay brush, not the clay builder, not the clay squeezer, but the clay brush. Also, I'm going to mask this out a bit because I don't want this affected at all. And clay brush like this. I'm not really going to explain what exactly I'm doing here because I just don't know how to explain this in English. Most of my anatomy words that I know are in Romanian, so sorry about that. But you can see what I'm doing, okay? So I hope this will help you. Usually the sculpt brush is I don't really use it because I don't know, it's like it's too strong and too round for my taste. The crease brush again, I'm going to add the crease here, and as you can see, this looks really good. But I don't like that. Like it looks fast. I don't know if this did anything, but this is good enough for me, at least. I don't know why, but I like to sculpt old people. We have a thing of sculpting older people because their faces are just so detailed, and you can have a lot of fun with this. As you can see, I'm working a bit of a nose now. I'm going to go with my sculptor brush and or maybe not, or just the inflate brush, or the oh yeah, this looks a lot better with the inflate brush. Sculpting is just a trial and error process. You never know what you're gonna get. You just have to try and experience and see what the brushes do, and just have fun with it. I talk like I know anything. Now all I'm doing is just fast for just detailing. Don't really think much about it. So I'm going to mess like like this. to remind me of the eyebrows. The crease brush again. Adding some adding dark some glitters. Now I'm going to go again over the mouth now that I have some more details. Like this, and then just go like this. Sorry about that. I think I just fast forward this part of the video. Now I'm going to work a bit more on the ears, so I'll take the crease brush and just go like this inside of the cell. Now I'm going to make that muscle that goes around the ears and goes like this. I know what it's called, but I don't know how to spell it in English. How to say it in English. Hard for me. I'm not. I don't like how the eyebrows look. It makes him look sad for some reason. Now, the way I do this is I going to mask and I go like this. Okay, so here here's my mask, and this is the place where that mask should be. So I going to invert the mask, play build up or play strip, and just go like this once or twice. Let's see how this looks. This looks good, even though this looks awful, and just go with my smooth brush. Now again I'm going to go into mask mode like this, invert the mask, add some bump into it. So yeah, this is my small tutorial on. Also oops, we could do a bit some some of the masses here. So yeah, this is the head. This is the head that we made. Like this is really fast forward sculpt. If you want to make something better, you should work harder on it. Like go make the year look better, use references more than I used it because I didn't really watch them, and just have fun with it.